All right, so what do you make of this? It has a backstop from NVIDIA. They're going to buy shares at $40 a piece. But just what do you make of this downsized IPO? What does it really tell us? Does it tell us about the AI trade, or does it just tell us about CoreWeave's business? The company has some issues and also quite a bit of debt.
Yeah, look, don't confuse a company for a category. What you're seeing, I think, is some trepidation around CoreWeave. It is hard when you have 2/3 of your business that's NVIDIA or that's Microsoft, when they have this product sort of in-house, right? You're a direct competitor to the juggernaut that is AWS, and that is a nice hedge, right? CoreWeave is a business that when people want to diversify away from AWS for whatever reason, have some backups, they will look at companies like CoreWeave to use. But at the same time, it is scary when you have, $7.6 billion in debt that you've already had issues with. I don't think that Steve Schwartzman's going to forgive that and say, hey, we're all friends here, right? So the reality is that this is a complicated company that is going public at a time when IPOs are not necessarily the flavor of the month, not that there's necessarily huge problems in sort of the AI or cloud spaces.
All right, so as you mentioned, the IPO is a bit downsized. What kind of action are you expecting? And also, I want to play a soundbite from an executive from Equinix that we had on the show yesterday. CoreWeave is a customer of Equinix. Equinix, a data center player. I want to play what he said and get your take.
Overall, it's a great validation around the AI use cases that are out there and like the broader adoption of, hey, this is getting very, very real and delivering revenue and out to the market and impact for enterprises. And so I think that that's an important momentum builder for us.
All right, so Sarah, obviously he was pretty optimistic about this IPO. This is before the news of this IPO being downsized came out. Is he right, but just to the inverse? The fact that it's been downsized, does that continue the downward momentum that we've seen with a lot of these AI stocks in the Mag 7?
I don't think it's going to help the Mag 7. I don't think it's going to help names like NVIDIA. But at the same time, I just hesitate to sort of say, hey, the pricing action of a double-digit billion-dollar company that really needs to go public because of their debt covenants, means a ton about companies like NVIDIA, about companies like Taiwan Semiconductor. I just think that that's a little bit of a stretch. All
right. What about that Joe Tsai warning? Is it starting to appear more and more like he's kind of on the nose here? We also have Microsoft making some similar moves, kind of downsizing some of its capacity when we're talking about AI. What do you think? Are we seeing signs of a bubble? And if so, is this CoreWeave IPO, is this a red flag? Is it a green flag? I know you said don't confuse a company with a category, but certainly this has to mean something considering the big name backers and big name customers like a Microsoft and NVIDIA.
So the whole data center thing has been so fascinating to me. I don't know if you've ever been in one. They sort of look like you're in, a giant kind of cheese grater, like 90s rap video. They are cool. They are huge. They were never going to be this sort of driver of infrastructure, of jobs that we've seen sort of trotted out in the media, particularly when they go in more rural areas in the US. And so that they're relatively easy to spin up if you have the capacity and you have some relatively cheap energy. And so, I don't think that it's a huge sign that they were supposed to be such a huge thing. I never really understood that story. If you need a data center, then yeah, you buy more, you build them up. They don't take a super long time. Okay. But the idea that that was this huge signal for 5 years out, it doesn't make sense to build data centers that far in advance. And so there was always a disconnect for me for that I think now is kind of being right-sized as people aren't looking around for anything they can possibly spin as sort of gold in their story. I think Joe Tsai's right. I think that the demand isn't there the way people thought it was, but it never quite made sense to me the way that people were latching onto that idea.
All right, so we're almost out of time. If you don't mind, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you buy this company today, or is it more of a wait and see for you?
It is definitely a wait and see for me.